All right, there we go.
Oh my gosh, we are like right on time.
No, we're not. We're 2 minutes late.
I mean, that is good. Like, good enough.
For us. For us, it's pretty good.
I mean, we were all out of sorts last week, you know.
What's up, everybody? If anyone even on here?
Did you post it to the Discord? Because they're probably like, holy shit, they're back to schedule. Back on schedule.
Yeah.
I'm getting in the live chat right now. What's up? Oh, thank you for someone that liked it. I don't know if that helps us. I guess it does.
Well,
I hear, but driving. Well, you better pay. You better pay 100% attention.
How did I know that was Wolfie before even looking at who typed that?
so first sip should be poured in my glass.
Yeah,
think?
pour it in your glasses.
I am so excited for this.
I forgot how much I really enjoyed it. I should have got 2 4-packs.
I wonder, do you think they have it at Total Wine because it's local?
They might.
I mean, it's like at least a South Carolina beer.
Yeah, I can. I mean, if they can it, I don't understand why they wouldn't try to distribute it.
We'll have to look it up online.
Yeah, I might need to go drive and get some more.
So what is up? Oh my God! Why'd you pour it in a glass?
Because
She thinks it's better this way.
Yeah, because like in the can, it kind of settled. It's a smoothie sour, so it's thicker.
Warning: John may not like it.
That's fine. More for us.
Do you want here? Take the rest of what's in this can.
Well, then I don't.
That way.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah. That way you don't feel like you're committing to it if you don't love it. But pour it in the glass was the whole point.
Oh God, dang, I can tell right now. Even if it's in a glass, I'm gonna hate that. What the hell?
You don't like it?
No.
He doesn't like sour beers.
It tastes
I
like
love sour beers.
It's supposed to be like a smoothie, like a fruit smoothie.
It's too sugary, man. What's up, everyone? Welcome to.
It looks healthy.
Yeah, it's
Right?
It's literally like
Jesus
it's
Christ.
okay. So we're drinking Resident Alien. It's a smoothie sour. It has apricot, mango, tangerine, marshmallow, and vanilla.
Hang on, let my skin oils help dissipate this foam.
Oh yes, and it is from Side Hustle Brewing Company in Hilton Head.
What's up, Shram, Brandon, Wolfie, everyone? Welcome to the Talk Murder to Me podcast.
I like the foam.
And the foam testing. We have some lovely stories today. One is I shouldn't do, but I'm going to do.
Great, it's a conspiracy or a cover-up.
Is an active cover-up
Ooh,
that I can't believe no one else is talking about.
Because they actually, care.
Enjoy life.
Yeah. Yeah,
And-
not instead of a mysterious death
Oh,
or absence.
there's
should we
nothing.
put it on our other podcast?
So maybe.
It's a good segue into it.
Yeah, but we're going to do that story after this one. That's going to be for Tacos Primo, so go to patreon.com/talkmurder if you want to stay on with us, if you like the story, and you want to have more of a personal, touchy-feely experience and hear that episode. It's crazy. That is a crazy episode. If not, don't worry about it. It'll be out next week sometime.
It tastes like kombucha.
Are you sure you don't want to give it another try?
I'm sure. Damn it, try to kill that moth that's floating around.
Oh, I slapped it.
Yeah.
Hubs.
Attack, Cubs. He's like, oh no, I'm scared.
What's up, Shram, Brandon, Wolfie, Martin?
What's up, guys? But this first story is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. The title is Diabolical Stew of Human Remains. And I didn't come up with that. That's what the killer came up with. It's a
All
big
right.
shout out to the... I'm just kidding.
Big shout out to the killer. Thanks for the number 1 episode. I will say, there's a lot of coverage on the Murda case right now. And so, obviously, I'm being asked, I'm sure you are too, Jen, at work. Are you guys following it, keeping updated? And so I'm like, nah, we already covered it. I'm sure we'll do a news update. Yeah, I think I did that one. Right?
Yeah.
This was probably a year ago. Anyway.
Oh, that's right.
They're like, did you call the episode Talk Murda to Me? And I was like,
Yeah.
close.
Oh, I thought we did.
Murda Inc.
Oh, Murder Inc.
Like Ja Rule,
Yeah.
you know? Murder Inc.
Yeah.
So I was listening to a lot of hip hop barbecue playlist this week.
You
As you
can't
do.
listen to hip hop without this. Boom. Check this bad boy.
Check that out.
That's pretty awesome.
You should just like put it on top of your shoulder the whole time.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Wait, where am I at? Yeah, that's pretty cool, eh? Ow, fuck.
And if you're more of like a Jimmy Buffett beach music type fan, you can get yourself a pair of fish flops.
There you go.
Kick your feet up and listen to some Margaritaville radio.
We are all sporting. You got to change hats. I thought you were supposed to change hats, so we're all sporting our 400 episode gifts.
Oh, yeah. So we just hit 400 episodes. Unfortunately, that episode, didn't record last week together because of some COVID complications. But for the 400 episode, I do want to say thanks, everyone, for being a friend.
Thank you for being a friend. Driving down the road and back again. Those are the lyrics, right? I think I just made that
I
up.
think so. This really, doesn't taste like alcohol to me.
Right. It literally tastes like a fruit smoothie.
Yes, it's delicious.
Does this look good backwards?
Yeah,
And then I thought, I thought
I love that.
I'm kind of sad that you don't like it, John. Not at you. I'm just sad that
What do
you don't
mean
like
I
it.
don't like it?
Because of the can.
The beer,
Oh.
because it's called Resident Alien and it has spaceships and stuff on
Well,
it.
just because it's called that doesn't make it a good beer.
I
It's a
think it's
delicious
delicious. You know what? More for us, Jeff.
Yep.
All right, what up? So let's do this, man. Let's get this going.
Hey, Taro.
What's up, Taro?
Taro, if you could do me a favor and message me on either Discord or Patreon your address, because I have had it sitting there. You did not submit an address in Patreon. I would love to send you your sticker and card. Anyway, so just a little housekeeping. We did have 3 new Supremos join this week. So thank you to Taylor, Rachel, and Lacey.
All right.
I will be mailing out your cards and stickers and do we still have the Ed Gein magazines?
Yeah,
a
let
few
me
of
get
those
that
left.
real quick. Yeah, I'll get that. 'cause I wanna
And
show it.
true crime photos. So I will be getting those together next week. I do this once a month. So at the end of the month is when we'll do that.
Yeah, and Lacey is a good friend of mine from back in the day. So thanks for supporting us. I don't know how you found us, but thank you so much.
I had my cousin from North Carolina is in Charleston, and so we met her for breakfast, and she's like, "Oh, are you guys still doing the podcast?" Yeah, I was listening to it at least before the pandemic, so it was kind of, it's kind of like who in my family and extended family like know what I do. So it was good fun. Mm-hmm. We went to Acme.
Ooh. Did you have the same server?
No.
Good.
No. I was thinking, remember the time we went and the one guy was giving us
I wasn't
like
there.
tequila shots?
I wasn't there. That's where we went. We went on my birthday.
Yeah, she was a rude waitress.
Lady. But no, you guys went and had the tequila
That
shot
was right.
bartender.
We
and
went-
I did not get the same experience.
That was with Jess, I think. Yeah, he was giving us free tequila. It was great.
Yeah.
Speaking of tequila. Oh, it's no matter on the postage. If you would like us to send you something, Tara, we are more than happy to. That's what we do. We
right.
are just here to give back what you guys are giving us.
And to party.
And believe it or not, I mean, I know inflation is a thing. It means a lot that you guys are, paying monthly dollars to us to support us. And guess what? Our
What?
prices will stay the same. And our membership is now cheaper than the price of a dozen eggs. So,
Oh, yeah.
hey-o.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. So our current
That's insane.
Yes, it is.
So if you guys want to join, not only do you get the episodes like we're doing next time or right after this one, plus all the other ones we've done, but we got these cool Ed Gein comic books that we still have. So we'll send you one of these and also a vintage true crime photo. That's the Frank Sinatra one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so these are from, this is from, when is this? 1967. This is an actual photo, like newspaper clipping on the back. This is what the press uses. So, and there's only one of these, and that's this one. And I have all kinds of these. So I'll send you a random one. Like this is a dude getting freaking put in prison. So this is what the police used and the newspapers used back in the day. They're not reprints, they're actual ones. So that's just a little perk of joining. Anyway, that's enough freaking plugging.
Well, this surprise shot is going to be for Selena.
All right, Selena. I feel like it's been so long since I've been able to play my bongos.
No.
Surprise shots, surprise shots. We don't know what they are because they're a surprise. We didn't even get to do surprise shots on our 400th episode.
I know. Alrighty.
Who's this for?
Selena.
Selena.
Thank you, Selena.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God.
Yes. That's why she said, speaking of tequila.
Woo!
God damn it.
Down the hatch. You know,
Woo!
Why do we...
if you put that with this, it would probably be like a
Fucking
tequila
hell.
sunrise.
I'll tell you, I had a very stressful week at work. I know you did as well, Jen.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been trying very hard to, like, you know, get back on the eating healthy train. But I think it was Thursday night. I made myself 2 very strong homemade margaritas and was like, fuck.
Good for you.
I needed something to take the edge off
You know what?
and self-medicate.
I do have to say, and I've probably addressed this, but I'm addressing it again. I need to be held accountable for my actions because I have not really, I've been trying, but I haven't really been trying to stay on plan.
It's not easy when it's particularly in high stress times.
Well, yeah, and it's been going on since like basketball season went underway.
Yeah.
Because I know I need to make time to meal prep, but that's hard to do when you're working 7 days a week.
Yes, it is.
So I took this weekend off from my other job. Because
At Platinum Plus.
Yes, the strip joint.
And if I didn't, I requested off like a month ago because I was noticing that they were scheduling me both days on the weekend. Every weekend. And I'm like, y'all know, I told you, like, if you don't need me, you don't have to schedule me because, you know, it's my second job. Like, give the hours to people who need them, you know?
Yeah.
But they don't listen.
They just want you there.
I know. That's the only, you know, no, I'm not going to say that. But, you know, it's just frustrating. Anyway, so I have tomorrow off, so that's good. And then,
Sorry,
Yeah.
our dogs.
is it my dog?
No, it's Stella.
Oh, look at him. He's so cute. Look at that smile. Oh, hi, Murphy. Hi, bud. Oh, look, here he comes.
He's like, what? Uh-oh.
Oh.
Ah, shit. He's going to come in here.
All right, let's do this, man. I am so excited for this episode.
Yeah, let's do a cover up.
No, that's the next one.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ. I am so excited for this episode. And I don't know. I'm ready to get on it, man. So if you guys are ready, let's do it. I want to go to Google Earth tonight, if you guys don't mind. This is where we're going right here. Let me put in the address again so it does the little cool little thing. 11434 Golden View Lane. And this is where we are going.
That's a nice little subdivision.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's actually a really nice house, too. Check it out. Oops. So I'll put all the photos on here on talkmurder.com. On talkmurder.com. So, and this one will probably be linked to Medium for like a week. I am moving all my shit off Medium due to there being snowflakes, as Nicole said. They can't handle my shit.
Did you get banned again, or is
No,
this
I didn't
just
get banned again. They're just like not paying me as much. You know, they're being snarky. But it's fine. So, it's all good. So here we're going right here where this little cool truck is.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this thing.
Yeah.
I noticed that you finally got the Jeep back.
Yeah.
We
got my Jeep back.
did.
So this is the house right here. Can you describe this for people who are listening?
It is a nice house. I'd say it's kind of more of a contemporary type house. It's more of a modern style, two level. Probably I would guess 5-bedroom, 3-bath.
Probably like 2,500 or so square feet, 2,800 maybe.
2-car garage on the side.
Look at this house down here.
Some big
is a
houses.
wealthy
Holy
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well to do.
There's an RV there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would hate to live in that little ass house.
But that's a big. It's deceiving. It's a hip roof colonial. That one.
I know, but if I lived in this one,
But you're on the hill.
Down.
You're on the hill,
Yeah.
so you can't really tell.
I would make my neighbor, if I lived in this one, say yes, king. Well, no, this one. You want to be on the highest. Oh, what is this?
Ooh.
Fucking alien shit. Anyway, yeah, this is actually a really nice neighborhood. And this is in Knoxville, Tennessee. And
I like Tennessee.
If
I
you're-
would consider living there.
if you're on the live chat, let me know if you've heard this story. And this is where the guys live. The guys being their last name. So that may give some people a clue what this story is. But I want to say what happens in this house and what we're going to go over in detail tonight about what happens in this house. It is tragic, number one. But another tragedy that no one talks about is this house was sold by the couple that lives here, the wife and the husband that lives here, who were brutally slayed in the house. And as I'm going to get to, blood everywhere, lots of cleanup. And they had already sold this house to some new owners. They sold the house. The paperwork was done. They were moving out. And then all of a sudden they get brutally murdered. So like I said, the paperwork's already done. So the new owners of this house now have a murder house, and a very gruesome murder house. It's kind of like,
That is unfortunate.
yeah, it's very unfortunate, man. It's kind of sucks, does it not?
This is like the perfect tie-in to the Grady Hendrix book that just came out that we heard him talk about. It's called How to Sell a Haunted House.
Yeah, go grab
Hang
it.
on. Uno momento.
So, guys, if what she's talking about, I follow this horror writer, and I love him, and we saw him this weekend, or last weekend, and I had interviewed him before, episode 126, but I think he's better than King. Ooh. Anyway, so he just released a new book, and we went to see him. So I'm giving him like a little promotion because I love this guy, and he is such a good dude too, and he's such a great writer. So if you want to pick up, this is a New York Times bestseller, How to Sell a Haunted House.
Take a look at his autograph.
He doesn't know I'm, saying about this. He knows that I interviewed him. If you want to go and check that interview
we were
out.
chatting before the show. It was great.
I knew he was going to get famous, and I was like, yo, I want to get on this interview before you do. And now he's famous.
Open the show the autograph. He spends a lot of time with his inscriptions.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry about the murder doll. It's an elf that says, "I will destroy you."
Isn't that pretty great?
So kind of like my little promo plug for him. Anyway, all right, let's do it, man. Damn, we got a shit ton of people in here right now. Guys, if you want to talk to us on live chat, make sure you subscribe and the reason we do that is so, the trolls out there, saying, oh, John's gaining weight, he's
Nope.
got bigger titties than the other girls. I'm like, you know what, man? Whatever, dude.
I mean, it doesn't take much.
If
for
you want
me,
to say
so.
shit like that, you got to at least subscribe.
Who's saying that so I know where to find them?
Nobody's saying that.
All right, I showed you where we're going. 11434 Golden View Lane. This is in Tennessee. We're going to November 26, 2016. This is midday. Everyone's at work. Well, actually, no, let me take that back. It's a Saturday.
Okay.
Actually, well,
I take that back.
it is a Saturday, yes. And And a welfare check comes in, even though it's the weekend. The female here, so there's a husband and wife that live here. The guys, okay, that's their name. That's their last name. Yeah.
Like Guy is their last name?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy. So Joel.
No, I was just trying to figure out. Sorry.
Oh, I missed that before when No, okay, I'm with you. Their last name is Guy. Got it.
Oh, I thought of. All right. The
No.
guys.
I thought you meant like
He said it.
2 gentlemen lived there, you know?
Okay, I know that's deceiving. The Guy.
The Guy family?
The Guy family. Guy is their last name. So the guys.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. You have a Lisa Guy and a Joel Guy. Now, I'm going to talk about this couple.
I'm sorry. I'll stop interrupting after this, but I mean, I can try. I can't promise. But you just like imagine, like if someone's talking about you, you're like, oh yeah, that Joel guy.
Yeah, right? It was going to confuse a lot of people.
Yeah.
Totally.
So the 2 guys, yeah, that is confusing.
The family, the couple.
The Guy family.
There's a welfare check. This is Saturday midday. Everyone is at home. I mean, this is in the middle of the day. So, and you saw the neighborhood. You definitely go outside, and this is November. I know it's a little cold, but you definitely can smell some barbecuing, stuff like that. People are out, kids are out, listening to the rap music and doing drugs. They're playing basketball, Pokemon Go, stuff like that. So there's a lot of activity. There's a welfare check that gets called in to the police, the Knox County Police, because Lisa Guy, the wife, didn't show up for work. And I know it's Saturday, but she had specifically scheduled an appointment to go into work, because she thought that was the best time. And not only was she supposed to be there, but the client and also her boss. So they had all scheduled it. And she
just didn't show up.
As a 56-year-old woman, with a great job and a family and stuff like that, she's not the type to just not go to work. Okay. So obviously the welfare check was called in from her boss because something's wrong here. It doesn't have to be murder. Maybe an accident, car accident, whatever. Mm-hmm. Something's wrong. So can you please go to the house because the husband should be there, Joel, if nothing else.
And they didn't have his or they may have tried his number as an emergency contact or something.
Exactly. They probably did, most likely.
Couldn't get a hold of him either.
Well, you couldn't get a hold of him, yeah, and you'll see why here. So, and Officer Stephen Ballard, Knox County Sheriff Officer, he was first to respond. And this guy, I did look him up. He is a K-9 officer. He has over 40 narcotic searches, and he's a highly respected guy. I looked his Facebook up. I'm not gonna put it public here, but this guy knows what he's doing. He's the first one on the scene, and he goes up to the door and he notices that the door is ajar. So the door's open, which is kind of weird. He's calling out the name. Hello, is anyone here? Knox County Police, whatever. Walks around back and notices the back door was missing a doorknob and it was locked. So he was like, all right, I'm going to go back around front, do a few callings, and then, I'm going to enter. Mm-hmm. All right. So, and that, I'm not going to get to that point, but, well, never mind. Let's go on. All right. He says when he walked up to the doorstep, that he, quote, felt tingling on his forehead, end quote. Do you want to take a guess about why he would feel that? Now this is a guy who has been a detective for a long time, K-9 officer, top of the line. It's not like stress or nervousness.
Was there some sort of chemical in the air, like a vapor or substance?
Yeah, right on. That was it. Good job.
Thank you.
I feel like he's angry at you for guessing it correctly.
Sorry. It just takes me a while to get going, Do
you need something? You want another tequila shot?
I thought
no, but I'll take some Fireball because I'm a pretty girl.
Nope. We don't have none. And also the last time we did that was when we ordered Benny's.
Yeah, and y'all,
Eat the pizza.
people on live chat were like,
who yelled that?
people, everyone
All
on
of
live
us.
chat, they
Because
were like,
John got white girl wasted.
Oh, that's
they were
right.
like, John, you need to just stop and just
Eat your
eat the
pizza,
pizza,
and
do
you'll
this
feel
episode
better.
another day. So I'll never forget that.
Yeah,
and I know
that was the Leonard Lake one, I believe.
I've already forgotten it, so it doesn't take much for me to forget.
well, we
things.
were all white girl wasted
Yeah,
that day.
I do
Actually, I
remember.
don't think I was.
I remember thinking to myself, I should not be driving home right now, as I was on the road.
oh, that's
Oh
not
God,
good
that
to
is
say.
definitely not good. Nope.
Okay.
Future John.
You need a carb up on episodes.
I know. Well, because I haven't been eating breakfast because it's not in my window.
All right, I think intermittent fasting on recording day is not good.
Yeah, I had a coffee today.
That's not okay. That's not enough.
All you got to do is throw up after you eat.
Stop it!
He's not
That
wrong.
is not okay.
It's not the healthiest answer, but it's not
Oh
the wrong
my God!
answer.
Do not promote bodily harming.
I'm
things.
not. I'm just saying what works. Does that not work?
No,
It doesn't work.
stop it.
It does.
I am angry at both of you.
How do you think I sober up most of the time?
Stop it. Well, that's if you're like, sometimes throwing up is for the booze.
Boot and rally. Boot and rally.
Yeah.
That's why I don't tell any of my students about this podcast.
Okay, but you're telling them now. You
Natasha
understand,
said he got Jen absinthe wasted.
you understand this is like live for people.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is public.
So if you didn't know, Jen, here's how we do it. We do one public episode, and then if you want to stay around for the next episode, that's for our Tacos Primos. You can go to patreon.com/talkmurder. So yeah, this is actually public.
Worse things have happened.
Awkward.
True.
All right. Yes, Jen was actually right. Oh, that hurt saying. That hurt me saying that. Good guess, Nicole.
Hey, is Shram on here? Shram, can you screenshot and video that too, in case he cuts it out for the episode he releases? Thanks. Now I'll have 2 video evidences.
No, she's too busy listening to the H3 podcast to even hear what you're saying. But I don't hold grudges or anything. So Officer Stephen Ballard, Knox County Sheriff Officer, K9, he goes up to the door, and like Jen says, he knows that there's a certain odor in the air, and this is a very strong chemicals. The reason why I pointed out that this is a highly decorated, very experienced K9 narco officer is because he knows what that feeling is, that tingling on the forehead. It is when there's so many chemicals in the house and there's not enough good ventilation, maybe a meth lab or something like that, it could be very dangerous. But I mean, he's experienced, so he took the chance. Plus, he was more concerned about the guys, the Guy family. Mm-hmm. He was more concerned about the Guy family, so he risked his life to go in there, even though he felt that tingling on his forehead.
Normally when I feel tingling, it's because I'm drinking too much. Can you pass that other beer over, John, if you're not going to drink it?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Don't do it.
This is for your wife and me, so.
That's not going to help you at all, honestly.
I shook it up.
Stop.
Oh, well. It would be on your equipment, so.
Yeah, my equipment. So here's what he found right when he walks into the house. And I'll put this photo on talkmurder.com along with all the other ones. I'll put this photo on talkmurder.com. You definitely want to see all of these photos. Some of these are really crazy. So can you describe this one for us?
Oh, that's a lot of blood in a pool on the floor. There's a pair of scissors.
Are those pool
next
chemicals?
to it. It's a good question. It's like 4 tubs of something.
I believe one of those...
Lighter fluid?
I don't know which one, but muriatic acid, which is mostly bought by people that are trying to dissolve bodies.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like muriatic acid should be sold like what is it called? The cough syrup. You can only
Codeine?
buy you can only buy 2 of the cough syrup.
Oh,
Sudafed.
Yeah.
Because all right, you coming
Pseudoephedrine.
into Home Depot to buy 4 gallons of muriatic acid. What are you trying to get rid of, dude? It's like you know.
I got some roots in my pipes.
Yeah, you do. So a couple things you notice about this photo. You notice the scissors, like Nicole said. You notice a lot of chemicals, a huge blood stain on the floor, blood dripping down the walls. And this is only one little part of the house, and it's carpet. I guarantee you that house has hardwood now. and I'm just saying this because I do feel bad for the new owners. They had bought the house, the paperwork went through, and then this happened. It's very unfortunate for them too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you also see some clothes right there. Those scissors were used to cut the clothes off right there. Cut the clothes up or stuff like that. So
By the perpetrator or by the officers like trying to get to the body?
no,
because of
the
acid?
officer's not going to touch anything. He's just just there.
I wasn't sure if like they were still alive maybe when he got there.
No, he was calling. He knows. I mean, this is a seasoned veteran detective. He knows. It was also extremely hot in the house. Yeah, it's November. It's a little cold outside. But the thermostat was up to 90 degrees, which is what freaking Nicole puts it at night. That's why I haven't been sleeping.
No, I also prefer it to be freezing cold at night.
I also prefer a cold room to sleep in, but I've recently been sleeping with pants and a long sleeve shirt and socks, which is not like me. I'm usually in a tank top and shorts.
I can't wear pants, long sleeves, or socks to bed. Bothers me.
Either. Well, this past week I have been able to.
Did they end up turning your power back on? Did you pay your bill and stuff? That's fucked up. But also, I'm asking for a friend. No, that's so fucked up. Why do I say stuff like that?
Because you love me.
Because you like the reaction. Because of the whole ice thing. Like, it's going back to the...
It was hot in the house. Thermostat was at 90 degrees. And also, the smell was just... because there were...
What time of year did you say this was?
This is November.
Okay.
This is right after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Groceries were recently bought and strewn everywhere. Almost like someone was bringing groceries in the house and then got into some kind of altercation and groceries thrown everywhere. There's muriatic acid. There's strong chemicals, household chemicals mixed together. That, and then the thermostat is at 90 degrees. And the groceries, it's just a bad scene here. All right. There was a pot left on the stove. Now, this was still on. The pot was still going on, and this is the pot right here. This is the actual crime scene photo. I'll put all these on talkmurder.com. What do you think's in that pot? I did ask our Discord members that, and I got some good responses. But what do you think is in there?
A head.
Beef stew.
Hey, does Le Creuset make a pot like that? Because that would probably be like a $5,000 pot.
That's like a stock pot.
boil.
Like that's like an industrial that size. No.
Yeah.
But they do make big soup pots.
That would be freaking expensive.
But they're ceramic though, aren't they? Le Creuset mostly.
Yeah, like cast iron, ceramic, or they do may have a stainless steel collection.
And real quick, y'all notice this little cat up here
What
running?
is that?
It's just saying like how much my computer's using. So 3% memory.
Oh.
Kind of cool. Like he runs really fast when I'm playing games.
You sure it's a cat?
I don't know, man. Whatever.
It's probably
dude.
a cheetah, which is a cat.
Oh yeah. That makes more sense. Way more sense.
All right. So he notices a pot on the stove is boiling. There's a stench coming from this pot. Someone was obviously killed in this house. As I said before, we'll wait on Nicole. Why do you do this every time?
I'm sorry. Natasha's comment was, did they get it from the Time restaurant?
Yeah, listen, when someone comments, you have to say, hey.
I'm sorry. I try not to interrupt.
Natasha from live chat says this.
Natasha from live chat asked, did they get the pot from the Time restaurant where she ate at and there was a body boiling in there?
I'm going to disable your keyboard.
Just stop.
A pot was left on the stove. It was boiling. And at this point, this detective, he knows someone was killed here. He knows that the wife didn't show up for work. And there was, like you saw that little photo, there's blood just strewn everywhere. There was bloody clothing, parts of clothing that have been cut up just all over the house. it was this is something completely crazy. Bloodbath, but that was just downstairs. At this point, Officer Ballard, he is calling around everywhere in the first floor, doesn't find anything, didn't dare open the pot. He goes to the stairs, notices a lot of blood right at the stairs. And at this point, the stench and the heat and the odors and the just eye-watering is coming from upstairs. So he is going to go upstairs. But first he calls for backup because that main stench is coming from the second floor. Now, before I get into anything else, I want to talk about the parents and stuff like that. So, you hate when I do that. Like, what's upstairs? What's in the pot? All right. So let me talk about
What's in the box?
Joel, Guy. This is the obituary of them right here. Both of the Guy family was brutally murdered. Joel and Lisa Guy right here.
Oh.
Can you describe them?
I would say probably, you mentioned before she was like 56 years old. They look like in their 50s. They look like nice people. Loving husband and wife.
I mean, I think body language wise, her hand is on his stomach. So that tells me that they were still happily married in their 50s.
How long do you think they were married for? This is going to piss you off.
They were in their 50s, you said?
30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, over 30 years.
31 years. 31 years they've been married.
I'm on fire today.
Literally? Because that'd be awesome. Joel, Guy, 61 years old, engineering designer. As a couple, this husband and wife were, quote, true soulmates, end quote. They did everything together.
We do everything together. You're like, yeah, I wish we didn't.
He was an engineering designer. As a couple, they were true soulmates. They were both known for their great sense of humor. They were loving, kind-hearted, and both hardworking. Nice house. And they were about to retire, too. I mean, Lisa was going to work that she scheduled herself on a Saturday.
Yeah.
To
What was her occupation? Do you know?
I'm gonna get to that. Hold on a second. Let me.
That's
No,
important.
no, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Let me I gotta just go down and find it.
Every now and then, pulling some hours on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Should get ahead of the game.
I guess. She was sorry, I gotta find it. She was a staff worker, I guess. I don't know what the term is, at Jacobs Engineering. So he was an engineer, and she worked like as not like a phone receptionist, but maybe like HR, something like that. She worked there in Jacobs Engineering at Oak Ridge, and yeah, that's where she worked. But she had a meeting with a client that day. That's why she scheduled it on a Saturday. All right. One friend, Matthew McCarthy, said about Joel passing away, quote, "I am going to miss that quick, sly humor, mate," end quote. So obviously this wife and this husband is dead in the house. Okay, something's in the pot. There's a stench coming. We know somebody tried to cover up this crime. It's an extremely brutal crime, and we're going to get to the autopsies and stuff like that. The bodies are found in the house.
What's in the pot?
And in terrible, terrible shape. Terrible shape. Okay.
Okay.
The couple, they just wanted to spend every minute together. They weren't high school sweethearts from what I saw, but they acted like teenage sweethearts. They did everything together. They went camping together. Now, this is 31 years. We're going on like 3 years. So I can see 31 years. Holy hell. I mean, Jesus Christ. I can't imagine. 31 years? Are you serious?
You could only be so lucky.
All right. They had a few children. The only son they had, a Joel Guy Jr., was the biological was the only biological child of both parents. The other daughters were the biological daughters of Joel, the husband.
Okay.
All right. Guy Jr., which we're going to talk about here in a second, he was actually in school at the time for being a plastic surgeon. He was at Louisiana State University, LSU, and he did that for 9 years as a plastic surgeon. But he never graduated. He just stayed there for 9 years.
Like a was it Van Wilder? That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Right?
So, as I said, the home sold just recently, and the couple was planning to relocate and move to Rogersville, Tennessee. Now, all right, let me just get into this now that I'm warmed up a little bit. There was a Thanksgiving dinner. All right.
All the kids are there.
All the kids are there. The house is in the middle of the subdivision. For someone to come in, murder this older couple who were about to retire, and then go and buy muriatic acid and all this stuff is just kind of outrageous. So now they're looking at yeah, exactly. So now they're looking at the family. Well, who was there? Well, the daughters were there, Thanksgiving dinner, and the one son was there. Well, let's see if they did it. They did this. All right. So once sorry, I'm like not. I do need another shot. I need to loosen up. What you got?
Do you want me to give you an easy one?
Yeah, give me an easy one. Sorry guys, I feel like I haven't done this shit in forever. We got a shit ton of people in here. What's up, Brittany? Colleen? I don't know what that shit.
Try it again.
Ronnie, what is up? Oh my god.
Just try
Never
it.
open a pot that's boiling on the stove and no one seems to be home. As you guys know, I do kind of bury the lead, if you would. So, but we're going to get to it. I also got to warm up, man. I don't know. I'm so tense.
Have some smoothie. The people on the live chat want you to try it.
Do you know why I'm tense? I'll tell you this right now. The story we're doing next is I don't know if I want to even do it. Okay, it's a story that's in the news now. No one's talking about it, and I feel like I'm going to really put myself out there if I do. As you start peeling the onion, peeling back the layers, it seems like... Are you serious, Jen?
No, I was just wanting to see what your reaction would be.
No, you were serious.
No.
All right, come here. I gotta pick a shot too.
No. You need to take the shot.
We've been drinking.
Yeah, you're behind.
You've been drinking what? A beer? So have I.
It's like a smoothie. It's delicious.
We're good.
You know what? I might do it anyway.
You sure you don't want to? You sure this isn't going to interfere with the tampon you're wearing? Because you're a pussy.
That doesn't make any sense because I was literally reaching for the bottle.
Okay,
You're
reach
just
for
a
it.
dick. Sometimes.
I'm a dick.
I'm sure that's going to be delicious.
You gotta drink all of it right now. Shot.
Hey, stop. All right, this is where I regret taking a bottle out of the liquor cabinet.
That was so good. Niquiz, you got to put some of that in there.
You gotta put it in there. Just shove it in there if it doesn't fit.
I am enjoying my drink the way it is. Thank you.
Okay. She is the most reasonable one out of the three of us.
All right, let's get to these fucking autopsies. That's what I've been kind of worried about.
Okay, let's do that.
The police get there. The detective calls for backup, and they find the bodies. Now, the bodies are in several different places. There's only two. There's only two bodies. However, they are in separate pieces. They also find,
Oh, no.
quote, Tupperware with some of the pieces in it. This is an awful, disgusting, gruesome crime scene. One detective from the Major Crimes Unit, a seasoned detective, Michael McLean, says that the scene... Now, this guy has done homicide after homicide after homicide. Stop typing. I see you doing it.
Can I not welcome Anna from Poland, who is on right now?
Oh, welcome.
I'm sorry. And also, Christopher says, you guys are interesting on how you guys speak to one another. But Anna says, hello from Poland. I have been listening to you guys on Spotify for a while. First time I joined live on YouTube yesterday, I listened to the Carl von Tanzler and couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, shit.
It's one of my all-time favorite episodes.
We did that on YouTube?
Well, she's listening to us on Spotify, but this is
Oh
her
my
first
God.
time making it to the YouTube.
Well,
That-
welcome.
Welcome, Anna. That is probably one of my top 10.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God. I like the old Talk Murder Me. I don't know why y'all listen to this new shit, dude. The old Talk Murder Me is way better than this shit.
Well,
You don't think so?
What makes it better?
We need to get back to that. I don't know. man.
What are we missing?
I don't know, dude. I don't
There
know.
was a series of excellent
Oh God, I know.
excellent episodes where it was like all-time favorite. Deliver Justice.
Yeah.
That was an excellent
Deliver
one.
Justice, the nuclear meltdown with the guy that they kept alive for freaking
Yes.
91 days. That was crazy. Carl Tanzler, because I presented that as a love story.
Oh yeah.
The Beast of Jersey, which I have the actual book now, and I can't wait to redo that story. Oh my God, those are the best days.
There were some very good.
I think that they're just
episodes in
I
there.
think honestly, I think they're sparse between.
there
like-
are. Oh,
like-
you know what?
Like
other-
it's there are some episodes that are better than others.
Murder by Town was also one of my
That was
other
a good
all-time
one.
faves.
Yeah. Damn it, I need to get back to that.
I still like Murder in Marple.
That was a great one. Yeah, that was a great one. Episode 2.
Oh, here's a fun trivia question.
All right.
I was thinking of some trivia questions for 400.
All right.
It's a true or false.
Okay.
True or false? We have done surprise shots since the very beginning, episode 1, in every single episode.
No.
False.
We started on the
technically.
second one because you were all nervous. Ooh, how's my hair
No, we
look?
did start it on the first one.
No.
No.
False.
We did it on the first
No.
one.
No,
Oh,
we did not.
We had a drink for the first one. We didn't do surprise shots until the
And
second
then
episode.
Jen's
Oh,
like,
I get
let's
it.
do this segment. And I was like, okay, I should have said, fuck no. Because now, look at us. Wasting away. Let's go.
In Margaritaville.
With my fish flops on and some really good beer.
All right, so the bodies of mom and dad were found. The father, 5 stab wounds to the abdominal region. The medical examiner says, quote, virtually all the skin had been dissolved away on Mr. Guy's front torso. His arms were disarticulated and his legs were disarticulated and his head was skeletonized.
Ooh.
There was some skin on his back, end quote. The cause of death for the father was multiple sharp force injuries. Joel Guy Sr. had 42 sharp force injuries. So the 5 stab wounds were just in the abdominal region. However, he had multiple ones in the upper region and on the back, 42 in total, that were so severe that 12 of the marks were left on his ribs, ranging from scratches to complete severing, end quote. The autopsy also reported that there were multiple sharp force injuries caused by damage to the lungs, liver, and kidneys, and the reports say that he had a wound to his shoulder so severe that, quote, a fragment of the weapon was left in the muscle tissue, and that weapon was a kitchen knife. Or, excuse me, a knife in general, not a kitchen knife.
Todd Colehep was also a good episode.
That was a great one.
Maybe we should get back to doing that.
Fuck you, Todd
It's just been like, once you do something so long, it just becomes like a job. That sounds fucked up. You know, I need to get back to where I was, where I'm doing episodes that I just want to do.
You love. Do you not love this?
No, I love it, but you know, like there are new episodes that I like. But that we had like around the 200s, man, we were on fucking fire. We were doing the intros.
Oh, I remember you kicked that year off with the starvation one.
Oh yeah, Starvation Heights.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're coming up on year 5 pretty soon.
So I think eventually once we start making enough where y'all don't have to work or whatever, which may be, I don't know, a couple years or whatever, then we can only do like one episode but make it like epic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Production.
Yeah. What? Say it, Jen. This. All right.
What do you think I was gonna say?
Fuck, I don't know anymore.
I was just gonna say that I really think that the conspiracy podcast is a good idea. That's all. That's all I wanted to say. I didn't look at his face, but I'm sure it wasn't a good one.
No, he was smiling.
The father, his hands were severed at the wrist, arms severed at the shoulder blade. And also, like, when I write this down, like, it's like I'm writing a report. Okay, arms were severed at the shoulder blade, hands were severed. I don't have any. I'm not like, oh, whoa.
Yeah,
it's just like, you know.
You're very clinical.
Desensitized.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. The legs were removed at the hip. The right foot was removed at the ankle. I mean, it's like, what? If you just hear this for the first time, you're like, what the fuck? You know?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying it like an HR report. Legs were removed at the hip. The right foot was removed at the ankle. He had defensive wounds from a, quote, fierce struggle as he fought for his life. Let's talk about the mother. The head of the mother, quote, her head was completely severed from her body. Her arms were disarticulated at the shoulders and completely severed.
Oh, I don't
that's
like
from
that.
That's from the medical examiner. Let's go back to the pot right quick. Let me show you the pot.
Oh, God.
Do we have a perpetrator in this?
Not yet.
No, I mean, like, I'm skipping ahead because I'm just trying to figure out what type of monster would do this.
Well, they were looking at the family who was there for Thanksgiving, John said. That was like the last
let me break it
nugget
to you.
he provided.
Let me break it to you. Immediately, the suspect is the son, Joel Guy Jr., who was at the time living off the allowances of his mother and father, who was in plastic surgeon school for 9 years, which is a long time not to graduate, and was about to get cut off financially because the Guy family had just sold the house that we were that they're in now, and their plan was to move to Tennessee, someplace in Tennessee, and it'd be like a less expensive house, less expensive lifestyle, which includes cutting their son off financially. Because that was, in fact, what I read is the mother, Lisa Guy, the only reason she worked is to send a check to her son.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yikes. Who is probably at 9 years in med school in his 30s.
Yeah, he's a complete idiot, as you'll see.
Well, that's a little bit of foreshadowing for us.
So anyway, let's, man, thank you so much from Poland. What was her name?
Anna.
Anna, thank you so much for being here, man. That means a lot. If you gave me a map right now and told me to point out Poland, I wouldn't know exactly where to point, but I'm just kidding. It's by Germany, right?
Yeah, it's in Europe.
It's in
It's in
Europe.
Europe.
Jen, where is it?
It's in Europe.
What other countries does it border, Jen?
Austria.
Jen, don't look at her now. Look at me.
All I know about Poland.
She said, right, middle of Europe. There you go.
I will say that I do love me some pierogies and Polish sausage.
Oh,
You know what? I can't fucking say anything because you guys all get mad at me when I say, "Oh, I've been there."
Have you been there to Poland? I'm sure.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Belgium.
I've
Is it
been
near
to
Belgium.
I've been to Kyrgyzstan.
I mean,
I've been to
what's up?
Mexico and Turks and Caicos.
Anna says Germany on the left, Ukraine on the right.
Oh shit.
So it's like, how y'all dealing with what's going on over there?
Well, she ain't dealing with it.
Well,
Germany,
it's their neighbors.
refugees,
You probably
yeah.
have a lot of refugees.
Germany
over there.
just entered the war. I think, right, Anna? Didn't they just send a bunch of tanks over to Ukraine? I know America did.
Well, anyway.
Yeah. Let me see. So her arms were disarticulated at the shoulders. Now we're talking about mom, and completely severed. Her legs were disarticulated at the knees. Almost no...
What is disarticulated? Cut off?
No,
Or,
like kind of broken and snapped. And
like
then,
a chicken leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, snapped and then severed. Almost no skin left on the front, but her back skin remained. Quote, her head was found in a large pot and liquid in the kitchen. Different chemicals were... What?
So it was a head in the pot.
It was a head in the pot, yeah. The skin... So when they pulled the head out, the skin on her scalp was still intact, but just the top layer. The hair was still there. So think about it. Why is just the top layer? Because it's sitting on top of the chemicals boiling. Is not going to take the top layer off. Kind of fucking gross. Like completely skeletonized, but the hair's there. Because, I mean, what the fuck,
Well,
right?
not skeletonized because there's muscles, right?
I'm bringing the old talk murder me back, man. You know what? Next episode, let's do a fucking crazy ass case.
I think all of them are pretty crazy, but okay.
These are just too brutal, man. We need to do one like Carl Tanzler, the love. I mean, he loved her. He was infatuated with her.
We're going through a renaissance period, apparently.
Jesus Christ. I might just take all these new episodes off.
No.
Stop.
Let's poll our people.
All right. The cause of death was multiple sharp force injuries to the back, at least 25. Her heart was cut open. Aorta, ventricle, both lungs were completely slashed open. Her liver and part of her spine. Like I said, her head was completely cut off. I don't know if you guys heard me, but this is her son. Her son killed her.
We know.
Joel Guy Jr., which let me show you a photo of him now.
Yeah.
I bet he's a douchebag looking guy.
You think so?
Or
Yeah.
a little
Why would you even think
twerp.
that?
Man-child.
Man-child. So let me show you a picture of this guy. Let me see if you... Yeah, this guy is twerped. Let me get a really good fucking picture of this guy. All right, I think this one shows him in his best light. Right here. So can you describe him?
Look at me, I'm wealthy.
I see that. I see that 100%.
Well, I will say, I was going to say this later, but even at the time, he doesn't admit to killing this. No, he doesn't admit to killing his mother and father, but he is still trying to pursue the $500,000 life insurance policy that he's entitled to from what he thinks, even though he's in prison.
I'm going to read you Brandon's comment.
That's a lot of
Brandon
ramen
said,
noodles.
damn, he's so hot.
He actually grew his hair out in one of these. Kind of looked more like a douche. Let me, So this is, let me see. If you guys, I can't believe you guys haven't heard of this. This is an insane case.
No, never heard it before.
So this is him at, he grows his hair out. What we're also going to talk about, this is kind of a little teaser, but he had a killing diary. So that's what you're seeing here.
Oh. Now he looks more like Dungeons and Dragons.
Let me just go
Nothing
over.
wrong with Dungeons and Dragons. He just has that kind of look.
Yeah, Brienne's into Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just
She's
saying.
like a dungeon mastress.
That's really cool.
He does not look okay.
All right, just real quick. I'm not going to go over this now, but quote.
Oh my god, he
literally
has a skullet, Brandon says.
What? What is a skullet?
A skullet.
What is a skullet?
Meaning, I believe, Brandon, correct me if I'm wrong, that like he's balding and has a mullet, and that is therefore a skullet.
I'm just saying. I would.
I've never heard that.
Let me clarify what I meant. I am not knocking Dungeons and Dragons because I feel like it's a really cool strategy game that I wouldn't be able to figure
I'm
out.
going to tell Brienne you
No.
called her a weirdo.
I didn't call her a weirdo, and I'm not calling people who play that weirdos. What I meant was he looks like he spends all of his time doing that and is growing out his skullet. Like he looks like comic book guy from The Simpsons.
Yes, he does. Should I pull up a picture?
What is happening with those eyebrows?
Should I pull up a picture of comic book guy?
Yeah, I don't know who comic book guy is.
All right, guys, I don't want to make fun of Dungeons and Dragons, but can I please tell you a story?
Yes.
So this is comic book guy.
That's literally him. That's
Yeah.
their guy.
Yeah. I see it.
So I had a roommate that was like really big in the CrossFit, and he was like super ripped and everything else. Anyway, we were at like Harris Teeter, which is a grocery store, and some guy came up to him. I'm not making fun of Dungeons and Dragons or whatever. I'm drunk. But this guy comes up and he's like, doing a thing where he points. He's like, do I know you? Kind of like,
Yeah.
didn't we like go to high school together? And, my buddy, which is, really nice guy. He's like, maybe we went to high school. Like who were you again? And this guy says, I can't remember his name. It's like, I'm Seth. I'm a level 12 dungeon master.
Like that was how he introduced himself.
But he's like, what? He's like, what the fuck? Fuck. I'm going to get in so much trouble. Damn it. Shouldn't have taken that shot. Anyway, all right.
Told ya. Knew that was going to happen.
Shit. All right, let me get on with this before we get drunk. The next episode is going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm going to need a snack.
All right.
What I love about my fish flops is that it looks like my feet are being eaten by the fish. Help me.
Those are incredible.
The mom was stabbed 31 times. The stabbing caused 21 severe injuries, severed 9 of her ribs, and left several stab wounds to her buttocks. Officials say that her clothing was cut from her after the murder, which is, you saw the scissors there.
Yep.
And her legs were severed below the knees, and her arms were severed at the shoulder. Her head was removed and found boiling in the pot. Now, upstairs is where the bodies were found, and this is where they were found right here. It took me a while to find this photo. This is an actual crime scene photo. It's not gruesome, but it is taken from the trial of the son who committed these murders. So it's kind of like a cell phone shot or whatever. But you see the 2 large barrels there.
Yes.
The 55-gallon drums, and they were mixed with chemicals. The way that it described it is there was no rhyme or reason to the chemicals. Basically, the son just mixed a bunch of shit he found under the sink, Clorox, disinfectant, all kinds of shit. He just mixed it together, plus with a muriatic acid, and that's why the odor was so powerful coming from up in the stairs. So most of the bodies are in those drums right there. Ugh. And you see that he has some kind of squeegee here. You pump that up and it moves in the water from one to the other. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is their son, right? It's crazy because the only biological son they had together, because the other ones, remember, the daughters were
from a previous relationship.
Joel's, yeah. So the only son you have does this. I mean, holy shit.
This is probably going to sound insensitive, but I'm going for it anyway, despite my best judgment. As a child, not just necessarily him, but him especially, doing this to your parent and then you cut the clothes off your parents, you want to see your parents naked and then you want to see the inside of your parents. He was in plastic surgery school.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Something right there.
There's something. I don't know.
He was still in his first year, literally.
I thought you said he was there for 9 years.
Yeah, he was.
But he was still
yeah.
He was just that bad.
He was, I mean, he's terrible, right?
I don't know. Even I don't know. I wouldn't want to see my parents' live bodies. Never mind their dead bodies. I guess you don't have to worry about me becoming a
yeah. I'm not worried about you becoming a serial killer, Jen.
Just wait till you see his killing journals. Quote, Joel placed pieces of the bodies in an acid-based solution in an attempt to destroy evidence, said Michael McLean, who commands the major crimes unit of the sheriff office. Now, they also found this in his car. So they knew it was him. Joel Jr. had set up this timing system where it was supposed to ignite the house. The house was supposed to blow up and be on fire and no evidence and all this stuff. All of this is in his journal, which they freaking found really quick. And the journal is the most disturbing, which we're going to go over in a second.
Rule number 1 of killing someone: don't have a fucking journal documenting it.
So here's his white Hyundai Elantra. His
silver Hyundai Elantra. Or is that a Honda?
So what is this right here? I asked
It's like
our
a
Discord.
gasoline can.
No, what is this?
It's a head torture device.
What? A head torture device?
I don't know.
This is a meat grinder that they found in his car.
Well, I guess you could also say that would be a head torture device.
A lot of mom and dad were found in Tupperwares containers as well.
Parents, it's what's for dinner. Sorry, that was really bad. I shouldn't have said that.
Joel Guy Jr. was the murderer of his own parents. The money, quote, assets, end quote, from his journal, which we're about to go over. He wrote that $500,000 would be all mine, end quote.
Like, I'm sorry, $500,000 today is not that much money. It is certainly not worth going through all of that mess.
That is not a good risk reward.
It's just not a good investment.
Here's how the murder happened. They were at Thanksgiving dinner, and I did read that the son, Junior, was really reminiscing over his childhood belongings. They still had like his room there, and he was pulling out like old photos and stuff, and he was just acting really weird. His half-sisters always thought he was weird to begin with, but especially during Thanksgiving dinner, everyone leaves. However, he had planned to leave, but then come back, kill his parents, and then return to his Baton Rouge apartment, which the parents were paying for, but were about to stop paying for. The parents had actually planned to cut their son off at Christmas time, which was only a month away. And he knew that too. The murder happened between Friday night and midday Saturday when they found the body. The father was hacked first 40 times. Joel couldn't take care of his father by himself, so the father's wounds were mostly in the back. He was surprise attacked when the mother was at the grocery store. Going back to the crime scene, the groceries were just scattered all around the place. Obviously, the mother comes in, sees all the blood everywhere, and then Joel, her own son, creeps up right behind her and starts to kill her as well. So she was ambushed, and he was ambushed as well. He used scissors to cut off both mom and dad's clothing, and that's why you saw the clothing all over the floor. Joel Jr. wrote in his notebook, quote, kill him with a knife, clean up mess from him before she gets home, kill her with knife, place her in shower, turn hot water, and point at her to get rid of forensics, end quote. So he had written all of this stuff in a notebook that they found, and this is some of the notebook right here. This is what makes the case sickening, in my opinion. Quote, get killing knives. Now he's talking about his own parents. Get killing knives, he says. Get killing knives. He first wrote get knives, but then he put killing over it. Quiet. Multiple. Get sledgehammer. Crush bones. Bring blender and food grinder. Grind meat. He's talking about his own parents. Get bleach.
Denature proteins.
Denature proteins. Get plastic bin for
denaturation process.
His handwriting is terrible.
Get plastic bin for denaturation process. Does not mother
matter.
Does not matter where they're killed. Just get rid of bloody spots to prevent evidence of time of death, which time of death is underlined, not the mattress or
Couches.
not the mattress or couches. Get rid of bodies inside of home.
This is a little checklist.
And my DNA already there.
Their DNA there and my DNA already there.
This is fucked up. Read this one, this last one.
Flush chunks down the toilet, not garbage.
Flush chunks down the toilet. Chunks. And also what's weird, if you think about the psychology, this is his mother and his father who, had birthed him and raised him and all this stuff. Instead of kill mom, kill dad, knife dad, it's she.
That says, looks like it says he needs to be blended, not
Stirred?
no. Then it looks like it says intruder, but I don't know. He needs to be something, not intruder.
Included?
He needs to be blended. Crazy, right?
Whoa.
So, set carving knives to make small pieces, end quote. So, Michael McLean, the detective, says, quote, Joel placed pieces of the bodies in an acid-based solution in an attempt to destroy evidence. And to create an alibi, he wrote in his journal, quote, set her phone to send me a text message late Sunday to prove that I was in Baton Rouge and she was alive, end quote. The Knox County Sheriff Officer Jeremy McCord said at the scene was the, quote, most horrific thing I've ever encountered in police work in my life.
Could you just imagine this guy going through this process and then like going through the list like a grocery list? Like it's like you're going up to the register and you're like, oh, I got squash, some turkey meat, cereal. Like he was like literally probably checking all of this off. Like what a nutcase.
So here's more of the journal. Douse killing rooms, kitchen with bleach. Place hair curler with flammable paper and flammable containers of gasoline in 4 locations. His killing room, her killing room, his bathroom, her bathroom. Wipe down areas near killing rooms and bathrooms. Turn heaters up to 90 degrees to melt fingerprints and dry everything. Set her phone to send me a text message late Sunday to prove that I was in BR, Baton Rouge, and she was alive. Leave through the front door and wipe down the doorknobs. Timer for flammable set for Friday at 10 a.m. Sunlight mask fire, but not smoke. And
environment work.
I can't read that one.
Something work so they can't report it.
No one at work?
Oh yeah. No one at work.
This is kind of fucked up. I mean, this is all fucked up, his whole journal. But look at this. This really describes who this guy is right here. Kill her with knife. Kill dog after. But that is crossed out. Kill dog after is crossed out. And instead it says take dog with you.
So the dog's alive.
The dog's alive,
Thank
yeah.
God.
Kill dog after. Cross it out.
Then it says leave alive. It says leave alive.
Yeah, place her in shower, which that's what he did. So what he did was take mom, put mom in the shower, put the hot water pointed at her to wipe off forensics, which that's not how it works, you fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you, like, how stupid are you? And then he took dad and put dad in bathtub. He started cutting him up, cut mom's head off. I mean, this is his own fucking mama and papa, right? Place her in shower, turn on hot water, and point at her to get rid of forensics. Remove her clothes and take them with me for disposal. Yeah. So, this guy is obviously fucking crazy. Flush chunks down toilet, not garbage disposal. don't have to get rid of body if no forensic evidence, end quote. He actually begs for death, but he doesn't admit it. He said that, quote, and he wrote the judge a letter, quote, in the event that I am eventually found guilty of first-degree murder, I contend that the waiver above, if permitted by court, would free the court to sentence me to death, imprisonment for life without possibility of parole, or imprisonment for life in spite of the district attorney general's failure to satisfy notice requirements. He's talking about basically, the cop went in without a search warrant, stuff like that. Quote, nothing in this filing is intended to be an admission of guilt, nor should its contents be construed as proof of consciousness of guilt, end quote. The biggest concern that Joel Guy has right now, he's in prison for life. Well, actually, he's in prison for life with parole after 55 years, is he is still trying to get access to the insurance policy money.
And do what with it?
Fuck,
He's in fucking jail.
I don't know.
Buy ramen.
He just still wants it. I don't know.
I mean,
Get
what about
matchsticks
the
to
other
trade.
kids?
He says he's entitled to it.
The other children are entitled to it.
He thinks he's entitled to it. This is a plastic surgeon you're making fun of. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to make fun of him. That is crazy.
So, is anyone still with us? So, obviously, this was a premeditated murder. He purchased the muriatic acid, which he's called on CCTV, at Home Depot on November 7th. Weeks prior, November 18th, he purchased the extension cords and timer from Home Depot because he wanted to create that detonation where the whole house goes up in flames. But obviously that didn't really work in his favor. So all the forensics were still there. See,
wow.
So that's
I'm just like, why does he even get parole?
No shit.
I don't know.
I will say, I'm going to point out one of the things that Christopher said, like that in his notes, he used she and he pronouns and disassociated himself from his parents.
Yeah.
Like he was very clinical in that sense.
That's a really good point. Yeah. So this is another part of his notebook right here. And this is kind of where I'm getting the title from. It says, let me just go there. Diabolical stew of human remains. That's what he wrote in his notebook. Isn't that crazy?
I guess that's true.
Killed his own parents and then in his notebook wrote a diabolical stew of human remains.
Wow.
So what do you guys think of that? Kind of crazy, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
His photo in that one.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yikes.
But I think we are going to do a crazy story
Next. All right. We need a 15-minute break.
Snack break.
And then we'll be back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I hope you guys like that. And hold on, I'm trying to look up anything else. So I hope you guys like that. And this Talk Murder Me. If you want to stay around and be on the next episode, we're doing a conspiracy that's in the news that I probably shouldn't do because, I don't want to get
If we
off.
suddenly stop recording after this next episode, you'll
Yeah.
know why.
But you can go there, patreon.com/talkmurder to support us and to see that. But we'll be back in 15 minutes. And until next time, good night, you lovely, lovely people.